you're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Alright guys, so it's been a while since I made a video, but during my hiatus, I was able to interact with our fan base. I'm constantly talking to a ton of our fans in the various Facebook groups. Some of them are so obnoxious. However, I found something interesting about this fan base. So there has been a growing section of the fan base that agrees that Daniel Jones is not the quarterback of the future or the right now, and that he just needs to go and he shouldn't be the starter, and how, Tyrod Taylor should have been starting when he was struggling. And the crazy thing about those fans is you would think that they would be on the Devito train, but they're not. They're actually the ones that are upset. So a lot of people were asking silly questions like, do you think Daniel Jones is happy about the situation? And the only person that has gave the correct answer is RG3. All of the other media personnel, they're playing dumb and they're acting like the Giants content creators, and they're saying that Daniel Jones is not happy about it. But RG3 put it like this. He said,
you made an interesting point on who might ultimately be the beneficiary of the Tommy DeVito story.
Oh, yeah. Tommy DeVito's the best thing that ever happened to Daniel Jones. Listen.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is benefiting from this. The Giants are no longer in position to get a high pick in the draft, get like a Caleb Williams or whatever it may be. And Danny DeVito. Oh, Danny DeVito.
DeVito winning games and a couple teams maybe losing out only guarantees that we won't draft a quarterback. So if we were losing games and we knew for a fact that we were in Caleb Williams range or Drake May range, we would be like, okay, we know that one of those quarterbacks are coming, and there's no way those guys don't start over Daniel Jones, regardless of what you want to say about the line and how you can't put a rookie quarterback behind the line. Because remember, that's all thrown out the window now because Tommy DeVito is playing great behind the same line. Although, Giants fans, I'm gonna have to call y'all out on this. How are y'all gonna say this is the same line when we literally watched 6 games of Josh Azuto getting beat on the left side and Evan Neal just being stink? Like, I don't even know why we drafted Evan Neal. We should have just got Garrett Wilson. I don't know why we drafted that guy. He's terrible. He's actually not playing right now, and it's a good thing. I can't believe we have content creators saying that Evan Neal is not playing. Like, that's supposed to be a negative. That's a positive. Evan Neal is terrible. Same with Josh Azuto. As soon as he got hurt when Tyrod Taylor took over a quarterback, the first thing I said to myself is Tyrod Taylor is so lucky, because this is the same dude that got Daniel Jones hurt the first time. He's not good, guys. So you can't tell me this is the same line. But yeah, it's crazy that the guys that you would think would be behind Tommy DeVito, which is the guys that hated Daniel Jones, they're actually not behind Tommy DeVito. Like, a lot of people are pretending like everybody in the fan base is excited that everybody's excited that Tommy DeVito's winning games, but they're not. There's this part of this fan base that they feel like we should tank. But most people are going to say either the Giants are too stupid to tank or we're too honorable to tank. And I'm okay with that. I'm not for us tanking. If we lose, we lose. If we win games, we win games. I'm also not a fan of us trading up to get one of those quarterbacks, even though I do like Drake May and I don't mind Caleb Williams. I prefer Drake May, but I was shocked when the guys who hate Daniel Jones were just kind of like, oh my God, this is terrible because of winning games. Now they're going to feel like they could just keep DeVito at QB2 and start Daniel Jones at QB1. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. A lot of the Giants content creators, they've now said, oh, I don't think Daniel Jones should be QB1 next year, because that's what the media is doing too. The media is kind of nibbing at it, but the media knows, just like the content creators, that Daniel Jones is John Mara and Eli Manning's guys. So they know better, but they're going to dangle that carrot over you guys. It's the people who are dumb enough to not realize that that's what's going on. A lot of people who aren't Giants fans are asking, why did we sign Daniel Jones, considering he only threw 15 touchdowns? And yeah, people like myself were saying, well, he did run a couple in. That's not really the issue though, because, if we're being objective, most people would say that would get some quarterbacks, like, they wouldn't get that second contract. But if you've got a friend in a high place like John Mara and Eli Manning, and you win a playoff game, then they're just like, internally they don't care what anybody else thinks, and that's how he got that $160 million contract, which is realistically $82 million if he gets cut. It's $82 million guaranteed. I need everybody to stop pretending like Daniel Jones has Dak Prescott contract, or even Buddy in Cleveland that's getting $230 million. It's literally $82 million. It's not as bad as people make it seem, because he can be cut next summer, and not next summer, but the summer after, in summer 2025. So these are the things we need to consider. He's probably, I'm pretty sure, if a gun to my head, I'm going to say Daniel Jones is a starter next year. I don't think there's anything that Devito could do outside of winning the Super Bowl to be QB1 next year. But I'll let the other Giant content creators lie to you.